the X limit limiter by Solid State Logic. This limiter, of course, is meant to be used on a variety of instruments and channels, not only for mastering, all right, not only like as the final part in the signal chain on mastering. Also, it can be used on buses or individual channels, like to tame, to limit the peaks, to reduce the peaks of drums and stuff like that, or to compress heavily the bass guitar and stuff like that. I'm gonna use it for the sake of this video on the master. So I have a mix here that it's low on volume, and I'm gonna bring up the volume to a, let's say, commercial level, and I want you to hear the quality of this limiter. And so because some limiters might introduce distortion when they are like very heavily pumped, but this one is super transparent. And of course there are several modes here. The transparent, right, super transparent, no coloration added. The glue, it's more for buses and stuff like that. And the punch, it's more for having some compression, some effects of compression without killing all of the transients. And the automatic will adjust to the transient information entering into the limiter. Let's start with the transparent. Also, you have here a true peak detector, right, here on blue and on red as well. The true peak max and the true peak, the other true peak as well, which it's very useful to have a true peak, because when used with the look ahead functionality that you have here, the limiter will react quicker to the transients, and also it will prevent any intersample peaks to exceed the threshold. And also it works as an oversampling to avoid any aliasing or digital distortion, right? So the look ahead, I like to keep it on. And here, I'm gonna play it here so that you can hear so you can see also the user interface here moving. And you have the threshold here, right, this blue knob, and the ceiling, of course, is the audio will not pass through this ceiling, right? And if you set it at look ahead, it certainly won't pass, like it won't let any intersample peaks pass through the ceiling. You have a release as well. I like to keep it on mastering after 50 milliseconds. I don't never go below 50 milliseconds, right? And also auto release. Also, you can use auto release. Of course, it adjusts to the incoming signal in a nice way. And the gain is to increase the loudness of the track, right? You start to increase the loudness here, and you're gonna see in red the peaks being limited, and also you're gonna see here the gain reduction right here on red. And you can also listen only to the effects of the limiting. Yeah, and also one cool feature is this gain match that will allow you to hear the effects of the limiting without the loudness, right? And yeah, it's super cool, because sometimes when you want to, like, let's say audition before and after limiting, of course you're gonna hear a decrease and increase in loudness, right? And with the gain match, you can keep the same loudness and listen maybe if you are over limiting and stuff like that. So it works great. And finally, you have here a mix knob, right, from 0 to 100%. So let's go back to the default settings here, like that, and I'm gonna start limiting this track. And let's start here. Okay, so right now the peaks are -6, -7. For mastering, I'm gonna set it at -1, right, which is like some platforms request. Let's engage look ahead, auto release, and let's start to bring down the threshold here. Okay, let's catch the peaks and a bit further here. Okay, so that's what's being limited, the difference, right? Okay, you can also move them here, not only with the knobs. Let's increase the loudness. I am, of course, over limiting there, so let's bring down the threshold. We don't want to over limit, so be careful with the gain reduction here. We don't want like more than let's say 4, maybe 5 decibels, and maybe that's a lot. But of course, trust your ears, use your ears, and let's. Okay, the -1 is the true peak, so it's not exceeding that that threshold due to the look ahead functionality here, and that's a good thing. Also, one thing that I forgot to mention is the channel link. So here you have docking and steering, which will make a better limiting the whole to the whole stereo spectrum, left and right channels, right? So here I recommend you to have it at 100%. Here the channel link, right, 100%, and the steering and docking, keep them at the minimum. All right, that's the thing that recommends solid state logic. Before. Right, I am limiting quite a lot, and it's very transparent, at least to my ears. If we set the gain match, the mix knob, let's use it here. All right. Solid state logic has a 75% off on the SSL X limit, $24.99. And let's remember that if you purchase anything here at Plugin Boutique during this month, you have one of 3 options to get for free in any purchase.